Waynesville High School is a proud member of the Missouri State High School Activities Association. We remind all spectators that this game is competitive, but it's also an educational experience for our players and students. Let's continue to show respect and sportsmanship throughout this contest and refrain from negative cheers, chants, or behavior. We welcome our guests from Sedalia and wish all players good luck in today's game. Now, please rise, remove your hats, and join us for the playing of our national anthem.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, or should I say good late afternoon, and welcome to Waynesville Tiger and Lady Tiger basketball. I'm Mike Rawlings. Along with me tonight is Matt Johnson. Matt, double-header night here at Waynesville High School. It's our first doubleheader
in the history of TTSN basketball doubleheader.
No, we did this a few years ago.
Are you sure?
I'm pretty sure we did.
We looked back in the annals of history, and we showed a double wrestling.
We did a wrestling basketball, but I believe if we want to go back far enough, and you know what? It may have been back when I was with Tim Belshey. Actually, it may have been that far back. I'm not sure, Matt. We did one of these at least one other time, so it's semi-historical is the best way to put that.
Well, it feels real historical to me. You've got the Lady Tigers. You've got honoring teachers between games. You've got the Guy Tigers. Tonight's going to be a fantastic night.
Well, we've got Sedalia Smith Cotton ladies. Later on, we've got the Jefferson City J boys in here. So it's not even the same school. We've got people coming from all over planet Earth to come in here and play basketball tonight. As you're getting ready to see your starters for the Lady Tigers. Matt, had a chance to look a little bit up on Sedalia. Looks like they're 11-10. Is that what you had for them?
I've got 11-11.
11-11.
They roll in 500 on the season. And, Coach, we've got a battle of Tigers tonight.
It is. Boy, I tell you, it's almost a throwback night because when I first started here at the Waynesville School District 25 years ago, Sedalia and Waynesville were both part of the old Mid-Mo Conference.
Absolutely.
That was made up of Waynesville, Sedalia, Lebanon, and Rolla.
Well, and we talk about Sedalia and the old Mid-Mo Conference, and a team that we see a lot during track season is they've been a part of our district.
They've been a part of our district sectional. Hey, we get to see them over at Camden during the regular season, and very quality track program up there.
Absolutely. All right, so we're to action here. Waynesville Lady Tigers have the ball, working around down here on the offensive end.
Not going to lie, Matt, that's kind of been where my mind's been here the last few days because spring sports start up come Monday.
Come Monday, that's absolutely right. As I've been this week trying to run down and get errands done, as I'm not going to have a lot of time. Oh, Coach Rawlings, we see him checking in already. Trevon Dorsey, one of our final
finalists.
4 for TTSN Sports Fan of the Year. That will be announced live here tonight on the air a little bit later.
Well, we got a long night of basketball coming up. We've got a lot of surprises for the folks at home.
All right, so right now, Sedalia Smith-Cotton, Lady Tigers on top by 2. Try to force it inside, looking for number 24, Bailey Brown underneath. That's going to be off the hands of Brown and out of bounds, so the ball come back to the Waynesville Lady Tigers.
You know, Matt, you said something we were having. Players are going to honor teachers tonight. It's kind of a tradition that Coach Madlock started a few years ago. Got the boys involved since it was a doubleheader night. Kind of one of the neat parts is the fact that we've got teachers that either have retired, have moved on to other districts, and they think this is a big enough deal that they've came back.
Absolutely.
You're going to see some of that, later on between the games. But, I had a sneak peek today. I got to read some of the stuff that the kids wrote about some of the teachers.
Do you know who picked me? Because I don't.
I'm privy to a lot of information right now that I am not supposed to talk about that will all be out here in the next couple hours.
Well, and I know we saw that earlier in the season. I don't think we were on the air that night. The volleyball team did something very similar.
Yes.
Just how cool is it for, like you said, honoring teachers that some of these students had in elementary, or teachers that have gone on to other districts, retired. We know a good coach friend of ours and a part of our TTSN sports staff, rules interpreter.
Gary Schultz, he's going to make an appearance tonight.
He's going to be honored.
Had a chance, got down here early. Me and Gary just been sitting back sharing some old stories. And if anybody's
Coach,
been around,
those are called lies.
If anybody's spent any time around me and Gary, we don't have any trouble sharing some stories.
All right, foul's going to be on number 15, Sophie Martin. Going to be her first team foul for Jeff City. Inbounds pass. Nadia Evans off the back of the iron, no good, but the ball's loose underneath. I think we're going to have this tied up, Coach Rawlings. We are. That ball's going to stay with the Waynesville Lady Tigers. Coach, you can't just say Lady Tigers tonight.
Can't say it. No, you cannot.
We're going to have to say Waynesville and Sedalia.
Or Smith-Cotton.
Well, Smith-Cotton's hyphenated and multisyllabic. I think we better just go with, like, Sedalia.
That'd be best for our American viewers.
All right. Speaking of American viewers and worldwide viewers, we want to welcome everybody here tonight and the millions and millions joining us
for our final broadcast of the 2019-2020 sports season. It's crazy.
Seems like we just started with football last week. Here we are at the end of winter sports.
That is no lie.
All right, Waynesville Lady Tigers apply a little pressure, a little full court pressure here against Sedalia. Oh, nice job right there. Is that Ariana Jones coming from behind, strips that ball out. Turnover goes to the Lady Tigers. Nadia Evans off the glass, but rebound comes to Asia Morgan. Jones from the outside, no good. Rebound underneath.
And we're going to get a foul. There's a lot of contact there on Nadia's shot.
Yeah.
Very late whistle there, but there was a lot of contact. You know what? It's the one. I'll take a late whistle when it turns out our way. When it's the way it ought to be.
Absolutely. All right, Nadia Evans no good with the first. Nadia at the line shooting 66% from the free throw line this season. Coach Rawlings, I double-checked because I knew you were going to ask. That was her 68th attempt. She made the 69th attempt.
Wow. I would have taken the over on that.
I knew you would ask, so I brought detailed stats tonight for you.
I'm glad you did because I would have taken the over on that on Nadia's free throws for the year.
Oh, nice job right there. Tony Durant gets up and takes that one away. Jones brings it across half court for Waynesville. Nadia Evans on the far side now. Oh, goes underneath. Chambray Garcia.
Oh. Way to keep the ball alive. Nadia comes in. She's going to be fouled.
And
that
one.
One's going through. The old conventional three-point play.
Coach, we need to send a shout out. We've got Mr. Tim Burkett checking in with us up in Jeff City. All right, so Waynesville Lady Tigers tie it up on the free throw from Nadia. So we're knotted up 4-4 here, just under 4.5 minutes to play in first quarter action. And once more, the Lady Tigers, nice little application of defense right here. And down at the other end.
Going to get a jump ball, I believe. Yep.
Jump ball. That one is going to come.
It'll go to the Lady Tigers of Waynesville.
Thought the Waynesville Lady Tigers got the last jump ball, but, Coach, maybe I missed something in between.
Former Waynesville assistant coach Brock Tiefenbraun checking in with us tonight on the TT. Checking in on the TTSN Sports Network.
Coach T up in Northwest Missouri now, right?
Up in the Kansas City area, Winnetonka. I'm 99% sure that's right, and if I'm not, he's going to correct me.
Well, he'll correct you for sure. Coach probably busy, knee-deep in the middle of his own basketball season this time of year. Lady Tigers once more force the turnover down here. Boy, that pressure, not stealing the ball in the front court, but causing Sedalia to throw bad passes at the other end. Right now, Lady Tigers defense wreaking havoc.
Nice job.
Up and just across right there for Chambray Garcia, won't fall.
Well, I tell you, we've seen that play with the boys a lot this year. Really, it's one of the first times we've seen the Lady Tigers use that to get the ball down on the block, and it's worked twice for them here in the early going.
Whistle blown right there on the Sedalia Lady Tigers.
Well, Coach Tiefenbraun, now we're getting it. I was right. I thought I was.
District start on Saturday.
See,
we're geniuses. You said something, I said something. We were both right.
And we got some information. Hey, Coach, good luck come Saturday at District.
Absolutely. All right, foul right there was on Macy Mayhew. Sophie Martin picking up her second for Sedalia.
3 there for Nadia Evans.
Pressure once more. Oh, I think they're going to call Ariana coming in, maybe reaching in a little bit right there. They are going to get Ariana Jones on the foul there, but the Lady Tigers have taken that ball away 3 out of the last 4 times right there from the Sedalia Lady Tigers. Now Sedalia running offense down here at this end. That's going to be Martin underneath and off the glass.
Martin able to take that ball down the baseline right there. 1-point ball game here, 2:40 left in the first quarter.
Going to be a Stacy Garcia on the far side. Ball's going to be knocked out of bounds. They're going to say number 12, Taylor Ditzfield, was the last to touch it. I'm sorry, Ditzfeld.
Matt talking about districts. The Lady Tigers will be in district action on Monday night up in Lebanon.
Would love to see the Tiger faithful, if they can make it, make that trip down the road. Boswell Auditorium, cheer on our Tigers in districts next week.
Boys will be playing on Tuesday night.
All right, they're going to say that's out of bounds off of Sedalia, so the Waynesville Lady Tigers to inbound here. Tony Durant, number 5, on the far side to inbound. Ariana Jones standing right in front. Coach, I don't see the holdup here, but back to action we go. Ball's inbounded. Stacy Garcia out there. Gets it back to Durant. Kicks across Nadia Evans. She's immediately double teamed. Durant, Jones down into the corner now. Bounce pass across. Nadia for 3 off the front of the rim. Stacy Garcia in position. She goes back up. Chambray Garcia back to Nadia.
Nice job on the offensive boards there by the Lady Tigers.
Absolutely. You talk about Nadia getting that rebound. Nadia leading the team in rebounding this year. Right in position, goes right back up with it, and we've got a whistle at the other end.
That'll be a foul.
They're going to get that on a Stacia Garcia, number 20.
And Matt, we'll talk about this. We'll mention this again if we go. But Monday night, 6 o'clock at Boswell Auditorium, the Lady Tigers will be taking on another group of Tigers from Ozark, the Lady Tigers of Ozark.
It's Tigerific, Coach. And it's a good thing I wore my Tiger shoes tonight, all these Tigers. Oh, nice job right there. Ariana Jones gets a hand in and strips that one to the other end. Nadia, pull-up jumper at the free throw line for 2 more, and the Lady Tigers up by 5. Sedalia gets it across. Right now, inside, turnaround, nice little dipsy doodle.
A nice little lay in there, nice little soft lay in there.
It's going to be Taylor Ditzfeld, turnaround inside there, trims the Waynesville lead to 3. Tony Durant now at the other end for Waynesville Lady Tigers. Ball tipped, put up into the air, and Sedalia comes out of there with it. Coach quickly to the other end. Oh,
Nadia gets a hand on it and a steal.
Oh, wow. Good follow right there by Ariana Jones. Think they're going to get Asia Morgan for her first there, Coach.
Lady Tigers will be full court pressing here on this inbounds.
Well, and I like this. I like this pressure that we've seen, and it's not so much getting the steal here on the inbounds or the pressure right here. It's Sedalia throwing bad passes here at the other end. To get a little panic, get down here and throw something up. Ditzfeld takes it all the way in, pulls it back out now for Sedalia.
Well, Matt, the biggest thing overall for these Lady Tigers right now is watching the confidence build and some of these girls who have really been forced into some varsity action early on in their basketball career. You know, Nadia, we've watched her play for a couple of years. She's been playing at the varsity level. A lot of these girls, watching their development this year has really been a joy.
Absolutely, and only going to be even better next year. All right, they're going to get Ditzfeld, who's been the main scorer right now for Sedalia, picks up her second foul. As I look across there, Coach John Tester does not look real pleased about her picking up that second foul.
We're under 10 seconds here. Tigers up 1.
Oh, what a move right there by Nadia.
Go up. Oh! So that's going to bring us to the end of the first quarter. The Lady Tigers of Waynesville up on the Lady Tigers of Smith Cotton, 11-10. Matt, you know what that means it's time for?
It's time for our first of many TTSN Sports Updates.
It's time for a TTSN Sports Update. This TTSN Sports Update brought to you by the TigerTV Facebook page. TigerTV Facebook for all the news that is news right here in Tigertown. Matt, you know who likes TigerTV Facebook page?
Well, Coach, I think she's making her TTSN debut here shortly.
You may get this one right.
I'm going to say that it's head girls softball coach Rochelle Mabach.
You got this one right. Put it in the win column there, Matt.
There's not many W's in that win column.
Coach Mabach adores the Tiger TV Facebook page. If you will go into her classroom during her teaching, she has it plastered up on her smart board showing her class at all times everything going on the Tiger TV Facebook page.
She loves Tiger TV with the love of Brian Schaffner.
Oh, yes. Mr. Cupid himself, one of the finalists for the TTSN Fan of the Year. Folks, special treat for you here second quarter. Coach Mabach has joined us in the TTSN Sports Suite. She's going to come on the air with us. She has been asking to do this now for the last couple of years. She's wanted to go live out there to the millions and millions of viewers that we have out there on the TTSN Sports Network. Coach Mabach, welcome.
Hi, Coach Rawlings. How are you?
I'm doing great. How about you?
You know, I'm living the dream.
I know this has been like it's almost like fantasy camp for announcing.
Yeah, it is actually. Brings me back to my old days.
Brings you back to your old days. Well, tell us about those old days.
Oh gosh, when I was in St. Louis, I worked for Clear Channel Radio for a little bit, and also did a little bit of work for 1380 ESPN Radio while I was up there.
So one of our sister stations, ESPN Radio, TTSN, ESPN, you know, we all kind of work together on sports. And
Perfect.
we got a nice little turnaround there for Sedalia. We're going to be getting called for 3 seconds in the lane in a second, I would have assumed. But we're going to get a jump ball. That ball will go back to the Lady Tigers of Waynesville. Interesting, if you'll note out there, we've got the Lady Tigers of Smith Cotton. We've got the Lady Tigers of Waynesville going at it out there.
At least the Tigers will win.
We want the good Tigers to win.
Absolutely.
Not just the Tigers. We want the good Tigers to win.
We want the strong Tigers to win. That's what we got.
So, Coach, how many of these Lady Tigers from Waynesville did you get to coach? You used to coach down at the junior high for the Lady Tigers. Did you have any of these girls?
You know, I had two. I had Brittany and Jasmine that are down there. They're not on the court right now, but they're on the bench, hoping to see some playing time here shortly. I coached them last year in 8th grade, so.
So a couple of the freshmen.
Yep.
We were just talking here in the first quarter how we get a turnaround jumper for Sedalia there. That was going to be Caroline Matz with that basket. Sedalia takes a 1-point lead. Talked about some of these younger girls. Nadia Evans for 3. She drains it from the left side. How some of these girls, these younger girls have kind of been forced into some varsity action this year, maybe a little before they were ready, but just watching their development from the beginning of the year till now just has really been fun to watch because they play hard every night.
Absolutely. I'm a big advocate for throwing them in there and getting them ready. You're going to get stronger the more you're out there.
That ball's going to go out. They're going to say that's out on Smith Cotton. The Lady Tigers will take over with the ball. So some ESPN experience here. We can get all this thrown out there. Tim Wallace is always on the lookout for new talent. And I know next year I'm not allowed to say some of the big surprises that we have in store for the TTSN viewers.
But there are some?
But there are some. There's always some. Tim Wallace and his bag of magic over there, you just never know what he's going to pull out.
Hey, guest visitors.
Guest visitors.
Yep.
You know, that's what we talked about tonight, being a doubleheader night, all kinds of action. I know you're here tonight because of the celebration.
For teacher appreciation.
Teacher appreciation.
Yep.
Not that you would not come and support the Tigers and Lady Tigers. Did not mean it that way.
Oh, gosh, no.
I've seen you here multiple times.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
We've talked about what a great event we think that is. It gives the kids a chance to, recognize somebody that they've had a great experience with. And it's not always somebody you would expect.
No. Well, and that's my thing is I got the email to come out tonight for teacher appreciation, and I'm sitting back thinking, I'm like, well, who would have identified me as one of those teachers?
So you still don't know?
I still don't know. I have no clue.
Which I think is really cool.
Yeah. It's exciting.
And we're going to get a foul. That foul is going to be on Chambray Garcia. That's going to be her first. Ditzman goes to the line hits the first one. And that's former Waynesville coach Gary Schultz. We were talking about him being down tonight. As soon as he got the email from Coach Madlock, he's calling me going, who could this be?
Right.
Who could this be? And the second one is made. Gary come down from the lake tonight, and we've got a couple other teachers I know that are not in the district anymore that have came that are either retired, went to another district or whatever, and they've made the effort to be here, which I think is just awesome.
Well, it shows that you never know who and when you're impacting somebody, whether it's on the court or in the classroom.
And there's some. I got to look at some of the kids' stories about who and what and their reasoning, and like I said, all of it's really been. It's really neat. Coach Madlock was putting all that together and let me read some things and.
Oh, that's fun. I'm excited for it. I can't wait. And I like the fact that it's the boys and girls programs together doing this.
Well, that's one of the things. Coach Madlock has done this for a few years. Kayla Gamble with the rebound there. And she's done this for a few years, being the doubleheader night, incorporated the boys over into it.
I think that's great. I'd like to bring something like that up to the softball field. For sure.
Well, Coach, you have that ability.
I know.
You're the one that makes those decisions.
It's baby steps. But let's look forward to 2020 and see what we're bringing to the table then.
I think we're going to get Chambray Garcia with her second foul. Asia. Morgan's going to check in, I believe, for Chambray. More so they could go over and check Chambray out, maybe. I see trainer Nikki on the move over there. I think she's going to check things out for us as we're all tied up here at 14, almost to the midway point of quarter number 2. You know, track would be kind of difficult to pull that one off, though. That'd be a lot of talking for a track meet. Coach Jarman and Coach Ray would have to take something like that over, because right now, Nadia Evans with a great drive down that left side. She puts it up off the board in, and it's going to go to the line for the old conventional three-point play.
You know, you could divide your track into 2 or 3 meets.
Well, but we only have one home varsity meet.
This year?
Well, we have a JV meet, an open meet. Probably not doing that at sectionals.
Probably not.
I know you can't wait.
I am so excited. It's my favorite. Last year was my first time working sectionals, and I loved every minute of it.
Put you down there with a rake and cleaning up the sand and stuff.
Yeah. Hey, playing in the sand in Missouri, it's ideal.
Well, you do that right there at sectional time. It kind of gets you ready for the beach in the summer.
It does. It definitely does, because that's where I'm heading this summer.
Well, at least you said summer, not like at any point beforehand. I'm just going to take off and go.
No.
That
was Nadia.
Another 3 for Nadia. We're going to get a timeout by the Sedalia Smith Cotton Lady Tigers. Well, Coach, open mic. Talk about your softball program.
Oh, my gosh. You know, we start a middle school program Monday is when middle school tryouts start, but my mind is already geared up and ready for 2020. We've got workouts scheduled this summer, and we've added some new tournaments for the 2020 fall season, and we've added a couple more teams that we haven't played that we will play that I'm really excited about. So got a lot of talent coming up that, super excited and ready to go for sure.
Junior high starts
Monday.
Along with all of us. We've already mentioned, which will be a matter of ready to roll, because we're starting with track on Monday. So junior high program starts on Monday. All the junior high sports, matter of fact, will do that. Coach Wise,
yes,
is your junior high coach.
Yep, he's our head junior high coach for sure.
Yeah,
he brings a lot of knowledge and excitement to the girls when they play. So,
and I'm quite sure that you'll be around.
I will.
Just a little bit.
I will. I'll be there as much as possible, but I'm also looking forward to enjoying my son's senior year playing baseball too. So
that is very true. AJ is going to be graduating. He can't graduate. Well, I'm going to tell you something. It'll be real difficult. He's not going to be able to graduate until he gets some senior pictures taken, and I know that has been very difficult to get done.
You know, it has been, but I'm confident in our photographer that we will get this accomplished here soon.
You know, I would hate for this to be a post after he graduated picture taken, but
it'll be like a pre-prep for college.
Time 5 now, maybe? Is that?
I think so.
I think
so. But I think spring break we're open to 5 days, so we'll get it. We'll make it happen.
Open to 5 days.
Yeah.
I wonder which 5 those are.
You know,
it can't be Monday, because your photographer is going to go watch St. Louis Blues play that day. So.
Well, we should probably just go with her.
Do it. Hey, get some shots there. Get one next to the Musial statue.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, we're from St. Louis, so it'd be like returning home for a professional shoot anyway.
Maybe get him down on the ice for one. That would even.
No, he played hockey when we lived in St. Louis, and hockey is not in his cards.
3-pointer from the outside. That's going to be Kizzer. Whoa. Kizzer Panner. Matt's been calling names for me tonight, if you couldn't tell. Stacia Garcia for the Lady Tigers.
You almost see that bigger.
Oh, no, there's no almost to that. I need to talk to Miss Nancy. Football-wise, we get a great big one, to the point where sometimes I don't even need my glasses. But up here, yeah. But I'm going to tell you something. She was working on all this a lot of this teacher stuff all day, so I am far from going to complain.
Oh, absolutely. She works hard. She's like the behind-the-scenes make-it-happen person. I know for me during softball season, a lot of my stuff doesn't happen without her.
I don't think there's a coach here at Waynesville that couldn't agree with that comment.
Yeah. She's our constant.
Nice.
Nadia.
Nice move, Nadia Evans. That's going to be stolen. Oh. Kayla Gamble's going to end up with it. Oh, I thought there could have been a foul called right there.
It looked like it could have been.
Lady Tiger's going to slow this down. I think up 4. I think they like the position they're in.
I think so too. Slow the game down, control it a little bit better.
Kayla Gamble with a nice little jump from the short corner. Ball's going to be tipped. Oh, I think they're going to get Nadia there. I love the way Kaylee goes after it, though, because she's just going to go through you. She's going to do whatever it takes to get to that ball.
Oh, yeah, I love watching her play. She plays with such heart and passion out there on the court. She's a fun player to watch play.
Well, she gets her money's worth.
Yeah. She hits the ground a lot, too.
She does hit the ground and bounces right back up.
She does.
One of the reasons Kaylee hurdles for us come spring.
But she's fast, too.
She is.
She's a quick little ball
She
player.
can do a lot of stuff for us out there on the track.
I should be recruiting her to come run for me for softball in the fall.
To come run for you?
Yeah, be one of my base runners.
Just put her out there and have her run the bases.
Yeah. I can salvage some players and pull a pitcher or catcher off and put her in there to dominate the base paths. That'd be ideal.
I don't think she'd just be happy running the bases. I think she'd want to get out there and
yeah, but I think if we got the sliding component down with her,
yeah,
too.
she'd like that running over the catcher.
Yep.
I think Kaylee'd like to run over the catcher.
I definitely think that.
The ball's going to be knocked out of bounds. Coach, do you miss junior high basketball at all?
You know, I do. I do miss it, but I've enjoyed taking this season off and being able to be with AJ more. And the plan was for him to do some college visits during this time period, and didn't quite work out. He committed earlier than we thought, but I do miss it. But I've loved watching the girls that I've coached the past 2 years playing on the big court. So it's made it all worth it for sure.
And AJ's going where?
He's going to Crowder College down in Neosho. Going to be a Rough Rider.
Going to be a Rough Rider.
Yes.
Mom's going to buy a car that gets real good mileage to make that trip?
You know, yeah, no, I've got my minivan. AJ's on his 3rd car that hopefully will make it his years down there.
That's going to be a layup. Steal and a layup by Nadia Evans. She's going to get fouled, go to the line, get a shot to make that a 3-point play. And he don't need to run through too many more cars.
No, we just got his back today. His newest one that he wrecked.
So Neosho, they probably play up in this area, though, some too.
No, I think they'll play in St. Louis. They'll play Merrimack College, Community College, and Jeffco.
Nadia makes that free throw. Another steal. Kaylee with the steal and then gets that pass knocked away. And we're going to get a jump ball.
Time's expired on the clock.
Time's expired. Now this will be interesting here. We're going to get a jump ball. Will they award the jump ball? I don't believe they will. Okay, so that will not change things coming back out. That would have been one of those situations for the Lady Tigers of Waynesville. It would have been real nice to have that jump ball, so they could have got it to come out in the second half. But it's going to bring us to the end of the first half with the Lady Tigers of Waynesville up on the Lady Tigers of Sedalia Smith Cotton, 30-22. Coach Malbach, thanks for joining us up here.
Coach Rawlings, thank you. It's made my night.
What we're going to do is Tim Wallace will go back and evaluate your tape here for the quarter, and you may be end up part of the TTSN sports
Hey,
crew at some point.
I'm ready for football season in the fall too.
All right, we'll keep that in mind. And we'll be back in 10 minutes for second half action here from Waynesville High School. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back for second half action here at Waynesville High School. The Lady Tigers of Waynesville up on the Lady Tigers of Smith Cotton, 30-22. Matt, what, second quarter was an exciting quarter of basketball for the Lady Tigers, especially at last minute.
Well, absolutely. Nadia, several points right there at the finish. But, Coach, I got to stand over there with Coach Schultz as Coach Mabach filled in a little bit there that second quarter. I got to meander around and talk to Coach Schultz. Well, kind of like you, we were just telling lies. Some people call them stories, but they're lies. All right, back to action we go. Tony Durant up and off the glass, no good, and we've got a jump ball. That one's going over to Sedalia. So
Coach,
go ahead, Coach.
Let's go. Okay, so I was incorrect. The way the last quarter ended, they did count that jump ball. I didn't think they would count that jump ball at the buzzer. So that all plays out in the wash anyway.
Yeah. All right, Lady Tigers defensively pick up that pressure once more. Back down to the other end comes Sedalia. Lady Tiger Waynesville defense. Golly, a lot of Lady Tigers.
I know.
Yeah, I know.
Thank goodness Jeff City's not the Tigers.
A little move inside off the glass. That's going to be Sophie Martin going up and getting 2. Cuts that Waynesville lead to 6 as Tony Durant gets it across half court onto the far side. Asia Morgan now brings it back, gives back to Durant. Durant, Nadia on the near side. Asia Morgan trying to get posted up inside. Nadia gives off to Chambray Garcia in the corner. Garcia inside to Morgan. Kicks out. Tony Durant pulls the jumper up and down.
Nice shot there by Tony.
Nice job right there, Asia, to find her open set, kick it out. Tony knocks it down.
The ball movement tonight for the Lady Tigers of Waynesville has really been good. It's superb in that first half, and it's continued.
Absolutely. And you got to think you play that well the first half. You go into the locker room pumped up. Coach Matlock gets in there, talks to you, come out ready to roar. Nadia up and off the front of the iron, no good. Rebound comes underneath to Sedalia. Here come the Sedalia Lady Tigers. A little bounce pass underneath, a little, ooh. Oh. Bailey Brown.
Toss up and then,
Sometimes you're lucky, Coach Rollins.
Sometimes that is very, very true.
So that's going to cut the Waynesville Lady Tiger lead back to 6 and put Brown at the line. She'll have a shot at the conventional three-point play. Brown set. Off the back of the iron, no good. Rebound comes to Ariana Jones, so here comes Waynesville. Nadia on the far side. Moves over to Jones. Tony Durant. Oh, Tony looking in, trying to find Garcia. I think we're going to get Asia Morgan on a reach right there, Coach Rawlings. No, I'm sorry. They're going to get Chambray. Now, that's going to be Chambray's fourth.
That's going to be Chambray's fourth.
Dangerous pass right there as we see Lady Tigers once more picking up that defensive pressure.
And that's going to be a 10-second call. Nice job by that Lady Tiger press to get that 10-second call.
Coach, I love the defense that gets you the 10-second call. I mean, a turnover is a turnover, but when you can force the 10-second, that's exciting.
Well, not to overemphasize it, but man, it's demoralizing to the other team. You not get the ball across half court.
Tony Durant underneath.
Nice pass.
Oh, wow. Good vision right there. Tony Durant finds Asia Morgan. Sadeo gets it across this time, down to the other end. A little pull-up jumper in the lane, and that's going to fall for Sophie Martin.
We're going to get a timeout by the Sedalia Smith Cotton Lady Tigers. Matt, I think Coach Mabach enjoyed her quarter of announcing up here.
Well, it gives the viewers a little something new, a little something different. And
talk about her history of, she used to work a little bit for one of our sister networks, ESPN.
Really?
1390 out of St. Louis. She did a little work for them, was on the air, and you know, Tim Wallace is going to do that evaluation on her, and boy, I tell you, that process at Tim Wallace, you know, he's going to take that quarter of basketball and break that down to the syllable. I mean, it'll be, you know, the report on that. You know, we probably won't have time to read that report till the summer with track and everything, because that report will come out. It'll be 30 and 40 pages.
Well, and like you said, when you've got to digest and break down that amount of information, you've got to have time. Coach, we talked about spring sports starting up. Monday will start. We'll get our first day stuff done, and then, Coach, we're going to blink, and it's going to be June.
That's exactly right. I'm telling you, I've been spending some time putting the paperwork together for Monday, which includes the calendar with everything on it, and you get to looking at it, and you're like, wow, it's, you know, the first 3 weeks of this sometimes moves along slow, but the next 8 move along like it doesn't even happen.
Warp speed.
We're gonna go to Lebanon on a Friday night, and we're gonna wake up in the morning and it's gonna be the day after conference. Is basically what's gonna happen.
Absolutely. Turnover right there on Sedalia. Riley Jackson called a little turns that ball over in her hand, and they're gonna say Asia stepped on the line.
They're gonna say she stepped on the line.
So Waynesville on top by 6 right now. 4:49 left to play in the third. Sedalia over the top to break the press that time. Oh, ball's good. I was going to say, I love it. It was bouncing our direction, but that was bouncing off of Nadia's foot. She went up to try and block that, kicks that one. So kick ball going to go over to Waynesville.
Matt, is it cold in here?
No.
I didn't think so either. If you look down there at Steve Ward, Steve Ward's wrapped up like he's at the Arctic, right here.
Oh, okay. I wasn't.
If we could get a picture of Steve Ward, that'd be awesome.
He does. He looks like he's cold.
I'm
not cold.
That's unbelievable.
I'm a little warm myself, but
the amount of clothing that Steve Ward has on,
that's inhuman.
He's got to be sweating.
I don't know, Coach.
I hope we can get a shot of that.
All right, they're going to call Tony Durant with that foul for the Waynesville Lady Tigers. Going to be her first and going to be the 5th team foul, it looks like. All right, second free throw won't go. Rebounded inside, up and off the glass, no good for Sedalia. Second putback, no good. Finally, Tony Durant pulls that down for the Lady Tigers, and back to the other end they come. Coach.
Matt, joining us up here in the TTSN Sports Suite, it's Mr.
Head
Lubert.
principal,
Mr. Lubert has joined us up here.
Coach, you never know what celebrities are going to stop
you
by
know
the
what?
Sports Suite.
I bet he heard Coach Maubach's quarter of action here being called, and he's wanting to go on the air with us tonight.
Well, we could definitely make room for Mr. Lubert. I know he's a busy guy.
He is busy, so he may not be able to do that. I don't know.
All right, Nadia at the other end. She's up and good with the first free throw.
Everybody's here tonight. You wouldn't recognize Steve Ward in all those clothes, but everybody is here tonight.
All right, checking into the game for the Waynesville Lady Tigers going to be Brielle Garcia and Kaylee Gamble checking back into the game.
Oh. Well, I've just been informed by Tim Wallace that Mr. Ward has put himself into a spot in the gym that is impossible to get a shot of him. He knew the one spot in the entire gym. It's incredible. Of course, Steve Ward's been here for 30 years.
Well, he knows things like this.
Yeah.
Stacy Garcia goes high off the glass right there for 2. Down to the other end of that. Wow.
It's almost like he's in the witness protection program.
They're going to call that foul against the Lady Tigers, but boy, did the Sedalia, wow. She dropped that shoulder hard into her. Do not like that call right there. She's up and good with the first. And the second one's good as well, so that's going to cut the Waynesville Lady Tiger lead back to 6. Kaylee Gamble gets it inbound, hands off Tony Durant, and Tony's going to bring it across half court, finds Nadia on the far side. Nadia, a little drive. She's going to be fouled as she goes up for the shot, and that's going to send Nadia to the line. They're going to get Bailey Brown on the foul call there. That's going to be her third for Sedalia. Nadia at the line. First one's up, and it's good. Taylor Ditzfeld checks back into the game, number 12 for Smith Cotton. Nadia off the front, no good. Pulled down by Smith Cotton. And, Coach, we've got our next celebrity.
Our next celebrity here on doubleheader night. It's the Mouth of the South. Mark Wilson has joined us up here. Our wrestling expert here for the TTSN Sports Network.
And what's it? Is that a cup of chili? The Mouth of the South Mark Wilson's walked in here for?
It's not a cup of chili. It's time to make the donuts. Coach Wilson has arrived. Oh, it is here. We're talking about donuts this morning. It is National Chili Day in America. Folks, if you're sitting around the house and you've made a pot of chili to celebrate, why don't you bring us down? I'd love to try some people's chili.
Well, and you know, different
kinds of chili and
stuff. Well, and you know, like every family seems to have their own spin on chili. A certain ingredient, a little something they do different.
I bet the Mouth of the South makes some Southern chili. Well, he does. I bet Angie does.
I bet you there's a little heat on Mark Wilson's chili.
No, but I bet Angie Wilson can make a pot of chili.
Yeah, you talked about it's time to make the donuts. You know, Coach, I was walking around the high school this morning, and maybe it's just an every morning thing, and I haven't noticed. I heard that multiple times this morning walking around the high school, like, hey, it's time to go to work. It's time to make the donuts.
It's time to make the donuts. I mean, that's what, you know, that and the fact that, you know, Dunkin' Donuts has came out and they have went against the edge here. I love the fact that you can go in Dunkin' Donuts right now and everybody's going meatless and trying to produce something that's supposed to be like meat. But at Dunkin', nope. You can go in and buy a snack pack of bacon. It's nothing but strips of bacon now. I can't wait. A bag of bacon. And it's not just any kind of bacon. It's their premium bacon. I mean, it's the
premium,
top of the line bacon. No second-rate bacon there.
All right, we're back to action. Sedalia gets it inbounds. Nice little play to break the press that time, but to the other end we come.
Nadia knocks that out of bounds on the break.
Nadia
nice job.
Hustling the floor right there. Gets a hand on that, as you said, out of bounds off of Waynesville. So the Sedalia Smith Cotton Lady Tigers will inbound. Still none doing in there in the middle as that ball's
nice
tipped
job.
and taken away. Kaylee Gamble comes out of there with it, and here come the Waynesville Lady Tigers to the other end of the floor.
Just under 3 minutes left here in the third. Lady Tigers up by 7. Nadia with a floater.
Little running jump.
That ball made it all the way to the ground. We passed ahead.
They're going to get Brielle Garcia, I believe, number 33 at the other end for the foul.
Man, if there's a shining piece out of that, it's the fact she didn't make the layup. Brielle did not let her make that, so she'll have to go earn that at the line.
It's going to be third foul on Brielle.
I'll point this out.
No good off the front of the
iron.
iron.
The Mouth of the South here. If you look down to your left, Steve Ward makes it look like it's about 10 degrees down here at Waynesville High School. Folks, look at Steve down there. He's all bundled up. Keep on looking down. Look down. How can you miss him? He's right there.
He's dressed up as an Eskimo.
He thinks it's going to snow. I think that's right. Folks, that right there ought to get you out of your house to come down and take a look at Steve Ward.
All right, Waynesville down at the other end now. Kaylee Gamble dribbles in, kicks back out. It's going to be Stacia Garcia up top, swings it across. Asia Morgan now. Ball tip free, but Asia corrals it back.
Oh, Nadia right on.
Wow.
Wow. What footwork there by Nadia Evans to stay in bounds. Kaylee Gamble for 3.
Just a little long right there off the back of the iron. Rebound comes to Sophie Martin underneath, and here comes Sedalia to the other end.
Kaylee gets a hand on that pass.
Oh, little
Was
running
another
jumper
one
in
of
the
those.
lane.
Kaylee does a great job on defense, gets a hand on the pass, and it just bounces into the wrong spot.
Well, coach, just like that, Sedalia Smith Cotton's within 4 here. Oh, still rolling around.
Yeah,
Asia Morgan
pulls
comes
it,
out of there
yeah.
with it. Asia tried
to stay with the Lady Tigers.
go
of
underneath,
Waynesville.
looking for Stacy under there, but knocked out of bounds off the hands of Sedalia. So Waynesville will inbound. Nadia Evans, number 21, going to inbound for the Lady Tigers. Going to go up top to Ariana Jones now. She sets the offense for the Tigers. Nadia Evans on the near side. Nadia swings it over. Ariana Jones puts up the 3.
Oh, and she just gets laid out over in front of the bench, and she's going to go to the line to shoot 3.
It's going to
wow.
It's going to be on Taylor Ditzfeld. Not a smart foul right there.
No,
Coach.
but wow. She hit Ariana with everything she had.
Ariana up and good with the
There's
first.
not a linebacker in Sedalia that hits that hard.
Coach comes in tonight shooting 53% from
How
the
many?
charity stripe.
How many free throws?
And as I say, 53%, she knocks the first 2 down. Coach, now I did not write down her. I knew you were going to ask about Nadia because I thought you would be surprised like I was.
I thought she would have shot more free throws than that.
That coming in only shooting 67 of them.
67 would have definitely been a number.
And Ariana Jones knocks all 3 down.
You know what? That's going to raise her percentage.
You're darn right. That's how math works, Coach. It's a funny world,
Coach,
math.
Coach, I'm going to send a big hello out to Coach Brenda Ward watching us up in Sedalia. Well, if we had a pin to put in Sedalia, we could put a pin in Sedalia because Coach Ward was right here in Waynesville back when I first started this whole thing. She's retired and enjoying life right now.
Now, if we were going to put a pin in Sedalia, it'd have to be like a decorative pin. Yeah, as home of the state fair, they would.
Why would it be decorative? It'd be the state of Missouri on that pin. State fair.
Well, no, but see, I'm thinking we'd have to pick something like when you think of going to the fair, like a little pin shaped like a corn dog, maybe.
Nope. How about this? Brenda should tell us what kind of pin that we should be putting there.
Wee, Nadia Evans down the lane right there. What a shot!
I think she gets to pick.
Well, I'm good with that. I was just thinking like what in the fair. What does the state fair envision in your mind? I'm thinking
the
corn
Missouri
dog.
State Fair. You used to be able to go up there for a dime, get them real fresh cups of chocolate milk.
Yeah, but see, Coach, when you say stuff like that, it's like our last broadcast. It makes you sound old.
I think you can still do that.
Was that back in 1973?
No, it was back in like the 19 and the 80s and 19 and the 90s. But I'm pretty sure you can still buy them little cups of milk for 10 cents. Man, ice cold. I mean, it's the coldest milk in America.
Coldest in America? How do they measure? Like, do you measure the temperature of milk when you go places?
Well, yeah.
You're an odd man, Coach Rollins. You're an odd man.
Well, I mean, I know if it's got a shot to be the coldest in America, and I've never had colder milk than that. Not that I drink a lot of milk. I used to drink it at the state fair. Coach, that's a trip. You know, we've been talking. That's a trip us guys ought to make to the state fair.
Well, and the new rules with when you
might
can
be able to
start
do it.
school, you might be able to do it. All right, so we're back to action. 44 seconds left to play here in the third. The Lady Tigers open up a 9-point lead on Sedalia. Sedalia's going to have the ball. That's going to be Sophie Martin inbounding on the far side for Sedalia.
Speaking of trips we need to make, another great performance by the St. Louis Battlehawks this past weekend.
Boy, howdy. Came in as the biggest favorite in the league and did not
covered.
disappoint. Sellout up there in St. Louis. Love to see that.
And Coach, all I'm going to say is I'm going to say that Brenda has spoken what she would like to have on that.
But I think it's going to have to be the corn dog.
Well, yeah, for the TTSN Sports Network, that's probably true.
All right, so Lady Tigers look to take the last shot here to end the third. Kicks into the corner. Ariana Jones for three.
With the three at the buzzer.
It.
Nice job for Ariana. That's going to bring us to the end of the third quarter. The Lady Tigers from Waynesville up on the Lady Tigers from Sedalia, 46-34. Biggest lead of the night there, Matt. You know what that means it's time for?
A TTSN Sports Update.
It's time for a TTSN Sports Update. This TTSN Sports Update brought to you by the Tiger TV Facebook page. Tiger TV Facebook for all the news that is news right here in Tiger Town. Matt, you know who likes the Tiger TV Facebook page?
I'm going to say Missouri Governor Mike Parsons.
Well, that was a really good guess and really close, but not exactly right. You know who likes that?
Well, no, I said Mike Parsons. That
Well,
was my guess.
That is your guess, but it's wrong. I'm going to tell you who likes Tiger TV Facebook page. It is returning state qualifier in track, Caden Tripp. He loves the Tiger TV Facebook page, and we want to wish Caden a happy 18th birthday today.
Boy,
That's why he's
howdy.
our spotlight. Had a chance to talk to Caden today and wish him happy birthday. He's raring to go come Monday, and he's ready for another trip back to state. We've had a couple conversations this week, and tell you, talking to Caden and some of the guys will really get your blood ready to go come Monday.
Absolutely. We've got an Ozark Conference title to defend. We've got a lot with the boys in particular, but Caden, a young man who's come up through our program, been here, worked his tail off. Couldn't be more proud of the young man. Probably looking to be able to run at the next level beyond high school. Just absolutely fantastic young man, ambassador for our program. Really an outstanding ambassador for Waynesville High School.
And once again, happy 18th birthday, Caden.
Golly, Coach, Bailey Brown in the lane right there. They called the foul. She just kind of flings it up, and in it goes. They're going to get Asia Morgan with the foul call. It's going to be Asia's third team foul, number 7. So Sedalia, you're going to be shooting free throws from here on out. Brown at the line converts the conventional three-point play.
And the
Trims
Lady
the
Tigers
lead.
going to bring it up. No hurry right here, Matt. Up
No.
9.
Coach, we're joined in the booth by one of my 3 beautiful daughters. Paige sitting in with us in the TTSN Sports Suite here tonight.
Ooh,
Pass a little long right
gonna
there.
Go out of bounds.
I think looking for Asia Morgan over here on this side, but a little high and out of bounds, so that ball's going to go back to Sedalia. Lady Tigers right now holding on to a 9-point lead, 7:28 left to play in the game.
You know, Coach, I think what Paige is trying to tell you is she'd like to listen to Tiger broadcasts on the TTSN Sports Network, and she'd need a phone to do that.
It's going to be a long time she's going to be waiting to do that, Coach Rollins. Long time.
I was just trying to help out there.
All right, ball out of bounds. It stops the clock at 7:15. Sedalia to inbound. That's going to be number 22, Kisner Paneer, I believe is how you say her last name.
Matter of fact, me and Coach Maubach were having that discussion about her name earlier. It's going to be a steal by Nadia Evans.
All right, Nadia down. Pull-up jumper at the other end. No good off the back of the iron. Asia Morgan dives in there.
That's going to be a foul as Asia's trying to pass that ball out. Asia's going to get hit on the arm. He's going to keep the ball with the Lady Tigers of Waynesville.
They're going to get Kaiser Painter.
First athlete, I believe, we've ever announced in all our years named Kaiser. I don't remember another one, do you?
No, and it's common spelling, K-I-S-E-R, Kaiser. Tony Durant, little jumper. I think
That's going to be
got a hand
tipped,
on
yes.
that.
That's going to stay with with Waynesville.
So Lady Tigers to inbound at the other end. Kick back, Chambray Garcia. Tony Durant over to Ariana Jones.
Ooh,
Puts up
rebound
the
by
long.
Nadia.
Wow. Ball loose and scrambling underneath.
Wow.
Somehow the Lady Tigers come out of there with it.
Timeout, Coach Badlock. I can hear that
Yeah.
up here
So
with our
good.
headsets on. I can hear Coach Badlock calling timeout.
I could hear that as well. And, Coach, I'll be honest, with these new fancy headsets that the incomparable Tim Wallace got for us this year, you don't hear a lot from the floor at 11.
I'm pretty sure Mr. Lubert was trying to tell us something, and I got no idea what he was trying to tell us.
He was probably up here trying to tell us what a great job we do, how much he appreciates it, and that we might be able to just take the day off tomorrow.
All right.
I don't think we should argue with what I think that he was maybe saying.
Yeah. Well, I wouldn't say think. I'd just assume that's what he said.
Either that or maybe we're getting a bonus.
A bonus?
That might have been it. Maybe we get the day off and a bonus.
A TTSN bonus.
No. I was thinking this was going to be like a personal bonus. He just respects us so much that maybe like in between games he's going to hand you and me each $100 bill out of his own wallet in the kindness of his heart.
I'm going to tell you something. If he does that, I'll come up here and say good things about him all next game.
Well, were you planning on bad-mouthing him all next game?
Well, no, I wasn't planning on that, but I'd make up stuff, good stuff.
Well, it's hard to make up much more good stuff than we have for Mr. Lubert.
That's true. That's very true.
All right, as you said, Lady Tigers working this around. Look to be killing some clock right here. Just playing a little bit of keep away. Oh, going to call Asia for the travel.
Yeah, going to say Asia shuffled her feet a little bit. Lady Tigers from Waynesville will stay in the press. I'm guessing, Matt, from what I'm seeing, behind us is junior varsity action going on. And the fact that that ball is going to be out of bounds and go back to Waynesville, I'm going to guess from what we've seen, the junior varsity game is now over. Junior varsity girls will be playing after the varsity girls. They're going to be playing their game up here behind us after this game.
Junior varsity boys played the first game in the gym behind us, and it's just one of those rare nights that we get a doubleheader, 4 games going on, varsity JV, both boys and girls.
We've always dreamed of the triple header.
Oh, wait
where
a
we
minute.
get the wrestling involved.
Oh, okay.
Where
I was going to say if we play another set of basketball games, that probably involves 2 schools that aren't us.
No. You do wrestling. You do like girls basketball and then wrestling and then boys basketball.
Well, you'd probably have
we
to put
about
wrestling on one end or the other, I would think, just for the mat preparation and everything on the floor.
And just play half-court basketball?
No. You'd want to do like wrestling first and then clear the mats, roll into both basketball games. I'm just trying to make it easy. That mat, I don't know if you've sat here and watched them like set down and tape those mats. That's an involved process.
It is an involved process.
You got to do that in between games, put them down, and then get them up. I'm just thinking timing-wise, because we don't want the viewers at home to have any dead time.
Well, no, we'd have to bring in some guests. Like we brought in Coach Malbach earlier.
Well, we've got the mouth of the South, Mark Wilson.
Probably ought to turn a headset over to Mark Wilson right now. What do you think?
We could if Coach Wilson liked to sit in a little bit.
Coach Wilson, you want to take over for me a little bit and go?
Coach Wilson, a man that we know has coached basketball in his career. You know he's a
trained expert.
Trained professional.
Trained professional. That was it. Excuse me. That was a direct quote from Coach Wilson to some of his fans one night, is that they would just let a trained professional handle this.
Turnover, but they're going to say Ariana Jones got into her. So that's going to be a foul on Jones. That's going to send us to the other end for free throws, as that's going to be the 7th foul on Waynesville. Oh, I'm sorry. It's going to be team foul number 9. So shooting the 1-and-1 at the other end.
And as you talked about earlier, Matt, that's not something we're wanting to really get into because that's giving Sedalia a chance to put some points on the board and the clock not moving.
Absolutely.
Once we got into that bonus area.
All right, good with the second one. Trims the Waynesville lead to 7 here. Under 5 minutes to play in the fourth quarter. Nadia passes it across, finds Jones, back to Evans on the near side. Back to Jones. Inside, Garcia. Little pull-up jumper off the glass for 2. Stacia Garcia picks up 2 points right there, and the Lady Tigers quickly back onto that aggressive defense.
Oh, they're going to say she stepped out of bounds. That was a good call, not the call I expected right there.
I thought
the
they were
easy call is to call the foul,
block,
but Jones
right.
had position there. Good job there by the referee.
Looking across there, I don't think that's the call that Sedalia's head coach.
Coach Arnold.
Don't believe that's what head coach Jesse Arnold agrees with. I think she thought it was the foul.
Ooh, that ball's going to go to Sedalia on what might not have been such a good call. Nice job. Asia gets her hand in there, deflects the pass, and then goes to the ground with the ball.
Sedalia going to keep the ball on the jump.
But that's okay. She saved a basket right there.
Absolutely.
2-on-1 basket. And now the next possession will go to your Waynesville Lady Tigers.
Ball inbounded. That's going to be Martin in the lane, puts up a shot, no good,
fouled.
but she's going to go to the line and shoot 2. It's going to be Ariana Jones called on the foul. Going to be her 3rd. Going to put Martin at the line. Martin shooting 2 free throws here. Martin up, good with the first. And good with the second as well, so it cuts the Lady Tiger lead back to 7. Waynesville holding on to the lead. Nadia Evans brings the ball across half court for the Lady Tigers. Ariana Jones looks up, finds Garcia right back into the hands of Nadia. A little double team out here on the front court. Stacia Garcia pulls it over, and
Nothing
Nadia.
but net for Nadia Evans right there.
Deep 3 right there for the Lady Tigers. Right back up on top by 10. And we're going to get a timeout.
Well, I think there's Coach Arnold was afraid that it was going to be another 10-second call.
Absolutely.
And that's going to be a full timeout by the Sedalia Smith Cotton Lady Tigers. And Matt, once again, another celebrity joining us up here in the TTSN Sports Suite. Director of Activities for the Waynesville School District, Corey Ace is joining us.
Hydration.
Our hydration coordinator, Corey Ace, is up here talking. I wish we could get a shot of this. He's up here talking to the mouth of the South, and I believe they're talking about the hydration of the population at the 6th grade center.
Well, we can't tell. We've got these headsets on. We can't tell what they're talking about. I wonder if Coach Mark Wilson might be getting the lecture on the history of water.
You know, as intent as Corey Ace is right now in this conversation, I bet he is talking about the history of water. Nobody can talk about the history of water like Corey Ace.
Well, there's a reason he's the director of water for the Waynesville R6 School District.
Hydration director, and the word is he's looking to become a regional hydration director.
Well, and I know there's a lot of politics that go into the regional and the state positions, but if there's a man that could do it, it's Corey Ace.
He was talking about deep water, and he was being proactive, is what I'm being told here by the mouth of the South, Mark Wilson.
All right, back to action we go. Waynesville Lady Tigers on top by 10, and we're going to get a foul called. They're going to get a Stacia Garcia. That's going to be her second, but we're in the double bonus, Coach Rawlings, now. So it's going to be 2 free throws the rest of the way, and as you said, not what Coach Matlock wants right here.
And no time coming off the clock right now. Cuts the lead to 8.
Sedalia picking up a little full court pressure now. Nadia Evans dribbles right through it. Down to the other end they come. Waynesville with numbers.
Oh, we're going to get a travel.
Wow, I did not see that.
No, I did not see that either.
All right, Sedalia quickly to the other end, dribbles in, off the glass, no good. Ball loose, picked up by Sedalia. Outside, 3 ball goes up short. Nadia Evans, leading rebounder of the season for the Lady Tigers, comes up with another one. Coach, you see something new every day.
Yes. Coach Johnson, I'm speechless. I don't know what to say.
Well, Coach, you know, at this point in the game, normally we would shout out our TTSN sports interns. So I think we ought to go ahead and do that for the ones that are working the girls' game only tonight, because we've got a mixed staff tonight.
We do. For the girls' game only, it's Colton Hazelwood and Johnny Page working both games, and we'll get them through twice.
Absolutely.
Working both games, we got Andrew Gutowski, Haley Webb, Brad Farrow, Logan Thompson, and A.J. Cabanas under the direction of the incomparable,
the illustrious,
the illuminal Tim Wallace. Matt, once again, these folks have came in. At second group, it's going to be doing 2 games. They're going to be working around the clock
These
today.
are 5 hard-working people right here. You can't stop them. Double games. And Tim was down here setting up. You know, earlier on, I came in with Coach Schultz, and we went to one of the TTSN luxury boxes and just sat around and talked for a little bit before the game. We didn't have a chance to converse for a while, and they were already out here working. And once again, folks, these kids do an absolute awesome job. The TTSN interns under the direction of Tim, and we just come in and put the headsets on and sit back and talk about what's going on around here. All right, back to action we go now. This is going to be Ariana Jones on the near side, goes inside, finds Brielle Garcia in the corner.
Give me a jump ball. It's going to stay with the Lady Tigers of Waynesville.
Stops the clock at 2:45. Looks like Jones is going to be inbounding here for the Lady Tigers. Looks in, Nadia going to pull it out. Think the Lady Tigers going to be content to just run as much time off here as they can.
Well, Smith Cotton came out and went man-to-man. Nice job by Nadia.
Woo!
They go man-to-man. They double Nadia's on the drive.
It's going to be Brielle Garcia underneath, standing at the block. Nadia finds her, goes up, finds 2.
That's going to be Waynesville's ball. Nice job. Brielle just gets her hand on the ball, knocks it off the leg of the Smith Cotton Tiger as Asia Morgan rejoins the Lady Tigers.
All right, Lady Tigers inbound, tipped and taken away by the Sedalia Smith Cotton Tigers.
They're going to call a foul. Nadia doesn't think.
That looked like a lot of ball.
Yeah, Nadia's like, I didn't touch her. I just touched the ball. But foul was called anyway. It's going to be Nadia's second. Oh, actually, they gave that foul to Tony Durant. That
wasn't even in the vicinity
No.
that I saw.
Tony wasn't. She was on the court.
Well, yeah. All right, no good off the front of the rim, but put back right
put
there.
back.
Bailey Brown in position. Lady Tigers get the ball across half court. Stacy Garcia turns, swings it over. Nadia now. Tony Durant right back up top to Nadia as we hit the 2-minute mark here. Lady Tigers holding on to a 7-point edge right now. And we're going to get a foul called. Just the 6th team foul.
So Waynesville will still be just inbounding the ball here.
Ariana Jones, the Lady Tiger, to inbound for Waynesville. Looking, finds Nadia Evans. Nadia is going to bring it up top. Nadia does a nice job to avoid a foul right there.
So there's going to be that moment that Smith Cotton is going to have to foul. And my guess is they're not going to want to foul Nadia.
I think you're right. Nadia doing a nice job just dribbling around, eating time. Right now, 40 seconds eating off the clock in this possession alone. Ariana Jones into the corner. Durant right back to her.
And they're going to foul Nadia.
It's going to be Riley Jackson with the foul there.
Coach Arnold's none too happy over on the side.
No, I can't think so. So it's going to put Nadia at the line shooting the 1-and-1, 7th team foul on Sedalia.
Nadia knocks down the first one.
Nadia set at the line. Second one's up. It's away. That one's going to be no good. Going to be rebounded by Sedalia. Quickly to the other end they come. No good off the glass. Put back up from underneath it. Coach Bailey Brown, number 24 of Sedalia, has made a living on the glass here tonight.
Nadia gets that ball knocked away. Sedalia's going to put another basket in. That's going to make us a 4-point ball game right here.
Lady Tigers working it around. Stacy Garcia gives off to Jones, and they're going to foul Jones. So
31.9 left here. Lady Tigers from Waynesville up by 4. Matt, key point here is a 1-1.
Right.
Lady Tigers from Waynesville are not in the double bonus yet. We're going to get a timeout.
Jones coming into the night, 53% free throw shooter on the season, but we did see Ariana step up and hit 3 big free throws earlier.
So what would that make her percentage now?
Well, I don't have her total shot on the season, so I can't calculate the math, but it's going to be higher than 53.
I agree. It will definitely be higher than 53%.
My rough by memory, I believe, had her somewhere in the 30s. So I'm going to say that she's up near 60% on the season right now. Coach, as we see the timeout here, you see Coach Matlock there in the huddle. Lady Tigers holding on to a 4-point lead. You've got the 1-and-1 upcoming. What is Coach Matlock telling the girls right now?
Well, what she's talking about right now is the fact that no matter what happens, if we don't foul on this end, we're going to get the ball back with the lead. Whether we make the free throws, it's a 4-point game. Take care of the ball. Right. I think that is the biggest thing. Don't foul and take care of the ball, because the last thing you want to do after these free throws is stop that clock. Sedalia, both teams sitting with 1 timeout left. Sedalia comes down and makes it. I'm sure we're going to see a timeout pretty quickly off of that. But you don't want to stop that clock at all on defense. You're going to want to slow them down. You're going to want to keep some pressure on the ball, just enough that they have to slow down. It's not easy to bring it up. But the last thing you want right now to your defense is a foul.
All right, so it puts Ariana Jones at the line. Again, shooting the 1-and-1. It's up. It's no good, and the rebound does come to Martin of Sedalia.
You see that token pressure right there, just to slow down Sedalia on the way up.
Working around. This is going to be Martin in the lane. Puts a shot up, blocked. Nadia Evans
comes out of there with it.
with the rebound as we're under 15 seconds to play.
They're going to have to foul. Oh, and they're going to get the foul with 11.2 seconds. Nice job by the Lady Tigers down here on defense. You foul on that shot, you make contact on that shot. We're talking 20-plus seconds in there at the free throw line.
Right.
That's the difference in your ball game right now.
All right, so that's going to put Nadia at the line. Again, this is just the 1-and-1. Next foul will put the Lady Tigers in the double bonus. That one's no good, so once more a 4-point lead, but we're under 10 seconds to play, and
they're going to get a foul.
Not what we wanted.
No, you're going to get a foul and stop the clock, put them on the line with 7.5 seconds. You know, you start looking at that with that 4-point lead. If they come down and they score and you run more time off the clock, you've pretty well taken them out of the ball game.
Right.
First one's up and good.
Trims the lead to 3. All right, clock is stopped with 7.5 seconds here.
Is that Wiscar up there? And the second one is good.
All right, Asia Morgan checks back into the game for the Lady Tigers. So 7.5 ticks of the clock left. Lady Tigers holding on to a 2-point lead. Got to think it's coming to Nadia.
Nadia gets open. She's going to get fouled. They were double teaming Nadia so she could not get the ball. And Nadia just went through those two people like a cold knife through hot butter.
Now, the good news here, Coach, is that is the 10th team foul. So it is going to put Nadia at the line for 2 free throws here. These first one off the back of the rim, no good. Real big free throw coming up right here, Coach Rollins, as Lady Tigers holding on to a 2-point lead, 5 seconds left. Brielle Garcia checking back into the game for the Lady Tigers.
And now this is all dependent on the make or miss here, because Sedelia's going to probably get the ball here with a chance to tie it up, whether it's a 2 or a 3. We're back to 61 seconds left.
Whoa.
I'm not sure what happened.
Looks like they multiplied by 3.78, and that doesn't seem right.
Should be 6.3 seconds.
6.1. 6.1 is what was on there
when
they stopped it originally.
Okay, 6.1.
But I didn't know if they were trying to put 0.2 back on or what the situation was.
Nadia.
All right, 2-point game. 5 seconds and we go. Down to the other end. We're going to have a chance.
And we're going to have a foul. And there's going to be 0.1 seconds left here
and
in
Coach,
the ball game.
And Wiscow going to go to the line. Not the person we needed
She's
to
going
foul
to go
right
to the
there.
line to shoot 2.
I believe I have her down here unofficially 7 for 7 tonight from the free throw line.
First one's up, and it's good. And the second one's good, too, to tie this ball game. And, Matt, doubleheader night here in Waynesville. Includes
free basketball.
Free basketball here. It's overtime for the ladies. Wow. That's about all I can say about that.
Well, and wow, not the finish that we envisioned right there for the Waynesville Lady Tigers.
No, Lady Tigers from Waynesville right now. Coach Badlock's got to regroup those Lady Tigers right now, and well, they need to forget about the last 30 seconds of this ball game.
Right.
Remember everything up to that point.
Well, and like you said, you can't change letting the lead slip away right there. You can't dwell on that. You got to come out with the mindset. No. It's time to go. We got to start
turn
fresh.
it around. You've got to turn it around and
All right, so we're going to be set for overtime action, knotted up at 56. Both teams are in the double bonus, Coach, so if any fouls that occur are going to be 2 free throws here in overtime.
So it's a 4-minute overtime here. So it's half a quarter or an eighth.
An eighth of a quarter or an eighth of a game? That's an eighth. Coach Rawlings.
Seems like an eighth.
His past as a construction foreman coming into play.
That math courtesy of the mouth of the South here. They call him the double denominator.
All right, Lady Tigers, Stacy Garcia goes up against the tip. Nadia.
Whoa! Rolls around and rolls around, but it falls right through.
So the Lady Tigers take the early lead here. Oh,
and that ball,
loose ball.
And once again, Lady Tigers get a hand on it, and it just goes directly to a Lady Tiger from Smith Cotton.
All right, to the other end we come. 3 ball from the outside. Off the back of the rim, no good. Tony Durant underneath. Stacy Garcia comes out of there with the ball. Nadia Evans now fires it across the half-court line. Ariana Jones working it around. She's going to drive. Kicks off to Asia Morgan, loses the handle on it.
And so that ball is going to go back to Sedalia. Lady Waynesville stays in that press. Oh, they're going to get the tip and the steal. Nadia is going to take it to the hole, and it just rolls out.
Coming out of there quickly to the other end, Smith Cotton, Bailey Brown off the glass.
Nice pass and put in right there by Sedalia. I didn't think she could make that pass.
Well, we've seen Brown go off the glass underneath several times tonight for Sedalia. Knots us back up at 58. Ball off the rim, no good. Loose and pulled out of there by Smith Cotton. We're going to have a jump, and that ball's going to stay with Sedalia.
Matt, for our folks at home scoring along with us, both teams get an extra timeout. So both teams are setting with 2 timeouts here in the first overtime.
Sedalia pulls it back. Wisconsin looks like want to draw something up here. A little give and go. That's going to be Martin. Turnaround in the lane, no good. Going to say last touch by Waynesville.
Well, the ball hadn't went out of bounds when the whistle was blown. I think Ariana Jones thought, I could have saved that ball if you hadn't blown the whistle.
Sophie Martin, 2 for Sedalia, and Coach, Sedalia has their first lead since the first quarter, I believe.
I believe you are correct. Nadia Evans with the shot. She's going to be fouled.
I believe they're going to get number 4, Riley Jackson, with that one. We shall see shortly. They do get Jackson. That's going to be her 3rd. And so it's going to put Nadia at the line to shoot 2. The first one's up, and it's good. Nadia set at the line, ready for her second. It's up.
And
that
it's
one's
good
as well, so that ties us back up at 60. 1:45 left to play here in overtime. Wiskow down at the other end, goes hard off the glass.
Nadia with a nice pass over to Asia. Asia Morgan with the basket. And that's going to be an offensive foul. Tony Durant stands there and takes it. And gets a huge, huge offensive foul.
Tony pops right back up, comes out of there like a champ.
Haley Whisker just picked up her 5th foul. Haley's been attacking that basket.
and by far the best free throw shooter on the floor tonight. I unofficially have her down 9 for 9 from the line tonight.
How many she shot this year?
Coach, I could not find stats for Smith Cotton coming into the game. Several sites out there are pretty good about keeping stats. Sedalia must be a little more secretive because I could not find any stats coming into the game for them tonight. So Lady Tigers tied up at 62. Waynesville with the ball. Tony Durant into the corner, Asia Morgan. Back up top, Ariana Jones now looking for room. Nothing there, she fires it back across to Durant. Inside to Stacy Garcia. Sedalia gets up, comes across the back, gets a hand on that one. Martin inside, off the glass, no good for Sedalia.
Loose, and Nadia Evans comes out of there with it. Nadia,
jumper won't go.
A lot of contact.
Oh, there's a pile in there, Coach.
Stacia Garcia has the ball.
Tony Durant puts up
someone
the three.
Hurt. Got a girl down for Sedalia. Ball's going to stay with Waynesville.
And it looks like we're going to get a timeout here.
I'm not sure Coach Madlock was screaming timeout when Astacia come out of there with the ball. And I think after all that, they gave her that timeout. I'm not sure she really wanted that timeout. But she may have. Tigers will get the Lady Tigers from Waynesville will get the ball underneath the basket, their own basket. You know, there's really only one way to describe this action here. Down. It's wild and woolly, Coach.
Wild and
woolly.
Woo. So still tied up at 62. Waynesville Lady Tigers going to have the ball. Should be inbounding underneath, I believe. Woo. Coach, this has gotten action-packed.
It has gotten action-packed.
And Coach, while we got a second, it looks like we've got a check-in here. One of our former TTSN Sports Fans of the Year, Chris Morgan, checking in with us here tonight.
Chris is right here for the action, too. He's sitting across from us.
Well, and Coach, you know, on a night like tonight, doubleheader, final home games, and everybody's tuning in to see who's going to be the next person to take that trophy.
I'm going to tell you something, Matt. That's all I've heard. That's the talk all over town. There's people sitting at the coffee shops, at the banks, everywhere, at the IHOPs. They're all over the place talking about this. We're going to get a foul.
We're going to get a quick foul here. They're going to get Sophie Martin, I believe, on the near side here.
I heard this morning on KY3, one of our sister stations, they were talking about it.
Well, the TTSN Sports Fan of the Year is an award that has started off as a humble kind of award and quickly has become very competitive.
Very, very competitive. It's, you know, almost dangerously competitive.
And someone else's name is going on that trophy tonight.
You mean the vaulted cup?
The vaulted cup. Ariana Jones steps up and knocks them both down. So Waynesville on top by 2. 22 seconds left to play here in the game.
And there's going to be a timeout. Coach Arnold calls a timeout. With 18 seconds left here in the first overtime. First of hopefully what's not multiples. Hopefully this score ends up 64-62.
Well, no, because in addition to the boys' game, Coach, we've still got to honor all of those teachers here.
And we're going to have a special presentation coming up with
the reigning
TTSN Fan of the Year, Angie Pills. We're going to have Angie. We're going to get her on the air. I know there's folks worldwide waiting for that.
Well, and really we say reigning because she is the reigning champ, but also
she's in the Final Four.
One of the Final Four for this year's Sports Fan of the Year. Coach, I'm getting excited.
You and the millions and millions.
I can see I don't know if you've noticed, Coach Rawlings, but over there on the board with the lights and the sliders and the buttons and all the stuff over there, if you notice up on top, I see the envelope. Tim Wallace has the name.
He's taking it out of the vault?
He's taking it out of the vault.
That's why the security's up here by the, okay, got it. Got it. Did not understand why the security, the armed guards were up here in the suite next to us.
I know you had a vote. I, of course, had a vote, but neither
Coach, the Mouth of the South
had a vote. None of us know. Now, Tim Wallace, I'm assuming, knows, but the rest of us do not know.
Well, somebody had to put the name in the envelope. If we're having a little conference down here.
Both head coaches in there.
I'm very confused with what's going on here because they've brought all the girls. And Coach Madlock talked to both teams. I didn't see Coach Arnold talk. Coach Madlock was talking to both teams. I cannot wait to find out what happened there.
All right, 18 seconds to play.
That's going to be a Waynesville Tiger ball. Tony Durant gets a hand on it, knocks it right back into the young lady from Sedalia who was throwing it in. Wow.
All right, 17 seconds. Nadia Evans to inbound. Backcourt, Ariana Jones. And we're going to get a foul called.
And that 15-second inadvertent buzzer, which always seems to go off when you don't want it to, went off. And it stopped.
All right, so it's going to put Ariana Jones at the line. Ariana 5 for 5 here tonight from the free throw line.
Because we were talking about that. That's going to be the 5th foul. Coach, we were talking about that buzzer earlier today. It's amazing. That has been a Waynesville tradition since we built this school. That buzzer will go off at 15 seconds randomly at any point during the day.
Jones a little long on that one. Lady Tigers holding on to a 2-point lead. 12 seconds to play here in the first overtime. You see what I did to jinx it there, Coach Rawlings?
That one's good. So Smith Cotton's going to have to be chucking the three. I'm not sure that ball's going to stay with Smith Cotton. Can't believe we're not going to get a timeout right here. And we are going to get a timeout. Coach Arnold's going to call her final timeout. 9 seconds left in the ball game. Sedalia Smith Cotton is down by 3 in the first overtime, 65-62. Matt, this is when you got something in that magic playbook to get your best 3 off, and this is when you use it right here.
Well, and you say that to get your best 3 off, but the Sedalia Smith Cotton Lady Tigers short 2 players here who have fouled out of the game.
That's right.
One of those we saw at the line all night long, free throw, knockdown free throw after free throw, and right now you can't play her. She's picked up her 5 fouls, so definitely interesting.
Lady Tigers from Waynesville have got to make sure they don't foul here.
Do not
foul on the 3. If you're going to foul, you got to foul before they're shooting. And I don't think Coach Badlock's going to go that way. She might go that way to pick up the foul, put them on the line. I don't think she will.
As you look down there,
we're going to find out, though. We got
Coach
9
Matlock,
seconds of actions left.
Assistant Coach Mike Klutz in there. Rhiannon Miller, all in there huddled up talking, and we're getting ready to find out, Coach Rawlings.
Coach Klutz got his bags packed to head to Oklahoma tonight after the game.
Traveling man. Did he get that day off with the bonus from Mr. Lubert too?
I don't know. He's at the WCC. He probably didn't. Probably Miss Patterson gave him that. The pass is out.
Ball's loose. On the floor. Smith Cotton's going to get the 2 off.
And that buzzer's going to go off. And the Waynesville Lady Tigers pull out a huge victory here in overtime, 65-62 over the Sedalia Smith Cotton Lady Tigers. Wow, Matt, I'm going to tell you something. Very, very proud of those Lady Tigers. The way the last 30 seconds went of regulation.
They hung in there.
They hung in there. They focused back in, played that 4-minute overtime, and come out here with a huge victory heading into districts next week. Now, Matt, here's what we're going to do. We're going to sign off right now for a little bit. I'm going to guess Mr. Wallace is going to keep the cameras going on what the activities on the ground. We're going to come back a little bit before the boys' game. We're going to have reigning TTSN Fan of the Year, Angie Pills, up here with us. And then we're going to be rolling back into the second half of doubleheader action here as the Tigers will be taking on Jefferson City Jays. I'm going to guess probably in 20 minutes.
Ish.
20 minutes-ish. Folks, you got time to go get hydrated, hit the bathroom, fix you a little something to eat, and be ready for our second game of our doubleheader. And we'll be back with that action in just a few minutes.